Hello ma'am, good day. We are the Group 1. Today we'll be reporting the Agrarian Reform Policies and the Philippines Constitution. Agrarian Reform Policies. The Agrarian Reform aimed to modernizing the feudal structure of the southern agriculture by expropriating the most unproductive portions of the large states, latifundia, and redistributing them to landless peasants in the form of small holdings. What agrarian reform policies do we have here in the Philippines? The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. The CARP covered all public and private agricultural lands regardless of the crops planted. It, it also included public domain lands that were sustainable for agriculture. It sought to distribute land not only the farmers and farm workers but also to all other landless for Agrarian Reform History. 1. Pre-Spanish period. Number 2. Spanish period. Number 3. First Philippine Republic. Number 4. American period. Number 5. Commonwealth period. Number 6. Japanese occupation. And the last is the Philippine Republic.
Tala, lato. Pwede na type na ano mo pre.
Pre-Spanish land is ours, God gave this land to us. Before the Spaniards came to the Philippines lived in villages overruled by the ship or datos. The datos comprised the nobility, then came the maharlikas, freemen, followed by the living mamamahan, serf and aliping nagigilid.
Para ni Minoy.
Spanish period. United we stand, divided we fall. When the Spaniards came to the Philippines, the concept of encomienda, royal land grant, was introduced. This is grants that encomenderos is encomienda from external attack. Maintain peace and order within, support the missionaries. In turn, the encomendero acquired the right to collect tribute from the inmates.
First Philippine Republic. The yoke has finally broken. When the First Republic was established in 1899,
Ilan na yan?
General Emilio Aguinaldo declared in the Malolos Constitution his intention to confiscate large estates, especially the so-called friar lands. However, as the Republic was short-lived, Aguinaldo's plan was never implemented. American period. Long live America. Significant legislation enacted during the American period. Philippine Bill of 1902 set the ceilings on the heritage of private individuals and corporations may acquire 16 has for private individuals and 1,024 has for corporations. Land Registration Act of 1902, Act number 496, provided for a comprehensive registration of land titles under the torrent system.
Bago. Diri po no.
Kana ako sa sabi. Ikapila ko. Ako man
Mo day sakit day kay bukog.
third one ko.
Public Land Act of 1903 introduced the homestead system in the Philippines. Tenancy Act of 1933, Act number 4054 and 4113. Created relationships between landowners and tenants of rice,
Di mo ko patig sakit.
50 to 50 sharing and sugar cane lands. Next.
Ay, si Shakil, ito
The third system which the Americans instituted for the registration of lands did not solve the problem completely. Either they were not aware of the law of if or if they did, they could not pay the survey costs and other fees included in applying for a torrents title. Next. Government for the Filipinos, President Manuel L. Quezon spears the social justice program to arrest the increasing social unrest in Central Luzon. Significant legislation enacted during the Commonwealth period.
Just wanna know.
Commonwealth period. 1935 Constitution, the promotion of social justice to ensure the well-being and economic security of all people should be the concern of the state. Commonwealth Act number 178,
Isasunod ka bro.
an amendment
Isasunod ka bro. Sa slide.
amendment to Rise Tenancy Act number 4045, November 30, 1936, provided for certain controls in the landlord-tenant relationships. Japanese occupation. The era of Hokbalahap, the Second World War II, started in Europe in 1936 and in the Pacific in 1941. Hokbalahap controlled the whole areas of Central Luzon. Landlords who supported the Japanese lost their lands to peasants, while those who supported the Hawks earned fixed rentals in favors of the tenants. Unfortunately, the end of war also
Kang buro pa yung 14 dahil?
signaled
Ha?
the end of gain acquired by the
10,
peasant.
15, o 17, one.
Upon the arrival of the Japanese in the Philippines in 1942, peasants and workers' organization grew strength. Many peasants took up arms and identified themselves with the anti-Japanese group, the Hokbalahap or Hokbo ng Bayan Laban sa Hapon.
7 pa.
Ay naman, Kevin.
Ganun naman.
The new republic, after the establishment of the Philippines independence
Up na ako na
in 1946, the problems of land tenure remained that this become worse in certain areas. The Congress of Philippines revised the tenancy law.
Kung sa GC ba, kung susunod.
Oh, manami.
President Manuel A. Rojas, 1946-1948, enacted the following laws. Republic Act Number 34 established the 70-30 sharing arrangement of regulating shared tenancy contracts. Republic Act Number 55 provided for a more effective safeguard against arbitrary ejectment and tenancy.
Ay, i-block ko. May chika ba yung amamapdag ko. Tagkan kaya.
Puti na magpaas, ma'am.
LPGR Quirino 1948-1953 enacted the following law. Executive Order Number 355 issued on October 23, 1950 replaced the National Lands Settlement and Administration with Land Settlement Development Corporation LASEDECO, which takes over the responsibilities of Agricultural Machinery Equipment Corporation and the Rice and Corn Productive Administration.
Philippine Republic. Ramon Magsaysay, 1953 to 1957, enacted the following laws. Republic Act Number 1160 of 1954 abolished the LASIDICO and established the National Resettlement and Rehabilitation Administration NARA to resettle residents and landless farmers. It was particularly aimed at returnees, providing home, lots, and farmlands in Palawan and Mindanao. President Carlos P. Garcia, 1957 to 1961, continued the program of President Ramon Magsaysay, no new legislation passed.
Unsa?
Bisan. Si Juan Jirik, Manong Jirik no?
Philippine Republic, President Diosdado P. Macapagal, 1961 to 1965,
20.
enacted the following law, Republic Act Number
Ina din ang sunod kasi
3844 of August 8, 1963, Agricultural Land Reform Code,
John Garcia
abolish
ikaw sunod ni.
share tenancy, institutionalize leasehold
21 ang
set retention limit at 75 hectares, invested rights of preemption and redemption for tenant farmers, provided for an administrative machinery for implementation, institutionalize a judicial system of agrarian cases, incorporated extension, marketing, and supervised credit system of service of farmer beneficiaries.
Iya pre.
John Garcia.
Mana Mas Garcia? Sige ni. Abag na to.
Hatam John Garcia.
Si Juan.
Tamang
23.
President Ferdinand A. Marcos, 1965 to 1986. Proclamation number 1081 on September 21, 1972 assured the period of the new society. 5 days after the proclamation of martial law, the entire country was proclaimed a land reform area, and simultaneously the Agrarian Reform Program was decreed. President Corazon C. Aquino, 1986 to 1992. The Constitution ratified by the Filipino people during the administration of the President Corazon C. Aquino provides under Section 21 under Article 2 that the state shall promote comprehensive rural development and agrarian reform. President Fidel B. Ramos, 1992 to 1998. When President Fidel B. Ramos formally took over in the 1992, his administration came face to face with publics who have lost confidence in the agrarian reform program. His administration committed to the vision of fair, faster and more meaningful implementation of the agrarian reform program.
Philippine Republic President Joseph E. Estrada, 1998 to 2000, era para sa mahirap. This was the battle cry that endeared President Joseph Estrada and made him very popular during the 1998 presidential election.
Bawal mo ba sa leader
President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, 2000 to 2010. The Agrarian Reform Program under the Arroyo administration is anchored on the vision to make the countryside economically viable for the Filipino family by building partnership and promoting social equity and new economic opportunities towards lasting peace and sustainable rural development. President Benigno Aquino III, 2010 to 2016, President Benigno Aquino III vowed during his 2012 State of the Nation address that he would complete before the end of his term the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, or CARP, the centerpiece program of the administration of his mother, President Corazon Aquino.
Kibin.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, 2016 present. Under his leadership, the President wants to pressure an aggressive land reform program that would help alleviate the life of poor Filipino farmers by prioritizing the provision of support service alongside land distribution.
Tinga mo ba ito? Is it imbis biotism?
The President
Dili.
directed the DAR to launch the
Iya, gini iko mo, gini tanga po. Kisa ni basa? Ibin. Ah, isa ka po to. Mo na iya pagbasa ma.
Philippine Republic. The President directed to the DAR to launch the second phase of agrarian reform where landless farmers would be awarded with undistributed lands under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program or CARP. Duterte plans to place almost all public lands including military reserves under agrarian reform. Philippine Republic. The President also placed 400 hectares of agricultural lands in the Boracay under the CARP. Under his administration, the DAR created an anti-corruption task force to investigate and handle reports on alleged anomalous activities by officials and employees of the department. The Philippine Constitution. What is the Philippine Constitution means? The Philippine Constitution means the 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines adopted by the Constitutional Convention of 1986 on October 15, 1986 and ratified by the people of the Republic of the Philippines on February 2, 1987. Sample 1. The Philippine Constitution means 1987 Constitution of the Philippines. What is the importance of the Constitution? It determines the relationship of the citizens with the governments. It protects and provides the basic rights of all the citizens of the country. It specifies on how the government would be elected and who will have the power and the responsibility to take important decisions. 33-34 kinsa man na?
Who was the first constitution of the Philippines? In 1899, the Malolos Constitution for the first Philippines Constitution, the first Republican Constitution as Asia, was drafted adopted by the first Philippines Republic, which lasted from 1899 to 1901. What is the Philippines government and constitution? The Philippines is the republic which a presidential form of the government wherein power for the quality divided among the three branches, executive,
Legislative.
the legislative of the judicial.
Gidiretso.
The sixth constitution in the Philippines. First, we have the 1987 Constitution. Second, the 1986 Provision Freedom Constitution. Third, we have the 1973 Constitution. Fourth, we have the 1943 Constitution. Constitution during the Japanese occupation. Fifth, we have the 1935 Constitution. And last, we have the 1899 Constitution. 1987 Constitution. The state recognizes the vital role of the youth in nation building and shall promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. It shall inculcate in the youth patriotism and nationalism, encourage their environment in public and civic affairs.
Ano si nani na yun?
Mana? 27 yun, 27.
Nani?
1986 Provisional Freedom Constitution, declaring a national policy to implement the reforms mandated by the people, protecting their basic rights, adopting a provisional constitution, and providing for an orderly transition to a government under a new constitution.
So, Jerome. Jerome, sunod na.
1973 Constitution. The 1973 Constitution, composed of a preamble and 17 articles, provides for the shape of presidential to parliamentary system of government. The Constitution vests the legislative power in the National Assembly.
Jerome.
1943 Constitution during the Japanese occupation. The 1943 Constitution was the constitution of the Japanese-sponsored Second Republic of the Philippines, 1943 to 1945. It was recognized as legitimate and binding only in Japanese-controlled areas of the Philippines, but was ignored by the United States government and the Philippines Commonwealth government in its time. 1935 Constitution. The 1935 Constitution seemed to serve the nation will it give the Philippines 26 years of stable constitution government during a period when a number of other Asian states were succumbing to military dictatorship or communist revolution.
Itinitnan Constitution, the Constitution placed limitations on unsupervised freedom of action by the chief executive, which would have hampered rapid decision making as it was created during the fight for Philippines independence from Spain. However, its Article 99 allow unhampered executive freedom of action during wartime.
The main purpose of Philippines Constitution, often called the Freedom Constitution. This constitution was intended as a transitional constitution to ensure democracy and the freedom of the people. The Freedom Constitutions provide for an orderly transfer of power, while a constitutional commission was drafting a permanent constitution. That's all. Thank you.